welcome to episode 84 of the Graceful Tangle podcast. I am so excited to be with you guys today for the last episode before Christmas and the second to last episode of the entire year. That is crazy. Secret note, I am very excited and satisfied about the fact that I'm going to end 2021 with 85 podcast episodes. I really like how it ends on a multiple of 5. Anyway, super random way to start this week's podcast, but I had to share that because I'm kind of excited about it. Anyway, I'm excited to be back with you guys today with another episode. I have quite a few things to talk about. I am working on lots of Christmas gifts and all of the fun things. Today is Thursday, December 16th. So you won't be seeing this until the next Tuesday, the 21st, I believe is the correct date. But I'm going out of town this weekend, so I will not have time to record, so I wanted to do it a few days earlier. I am also still getting over a little bit of a cold, so apologies if you hear that in my voice. It's getting back to normal, but it is being very, very slow about doing so. So I apologize about that. Hopefully it's not too annoying or distracting or anything like that. But I am really excited to share lots of projects with you guys. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and then click down in the description box below. There will be links for everywhere you can find me on social media and my show notes and pattern shops and all of the fun things like that. So it's a great resource. Definitely check it out if you want some more information on anything that I'm about to talk about today. Of course, on that same note, don't hesitate to send me an email or a comment down below if you have any questions about anything in particular. Okay, so without further ado, I have a couple of finished objects to share with you guys, one of which I am wearing. So let's go ahead and hop into some finished objects. Alrighty, so I have 4 finished objects to share with you guys today. 2 of them are designs, one of which has been released. So, kind of an abnormal array of finished objects today, but that is totally okay. So we're going to start off with what I am wearing, and that is the first sample of the Efficient sweater / pullover, because I still haven't decided on the second half of that name, but I designed and released the Efficient cardigan last month, or actually I released it earlier this month, I suppose, in December. Anyway, designed it a while ago, but the point being, this is the sister pattern, the Efficient pullover. They are very, very similar. Like the sleeve fit is the same, the body has the same amount of positive ease. It is just a pullover instead of a cardigan. So this is my first sample. It is also doubling as my Christmas sweater, or one of them, possibly my only one. We'll talk about that later. But I finished it. It's my first Christmas sweater. I love it so, so much. This pattern is not released yet. It will not be released until, I don't know, I haven't quite decided yet. This is a very similar pattern to the Efficient cardigan, so I haven't decided if I'm going to get testers or not, because it's just really similar, and I don't want to, have to have that 6-week stretch if I don't have to. So anyway, lots to figure out there, but it will be releasing soon regardless, and I love it so much. It was so quick to make. I used Crochet Brava Bulky in the colorway Wine, and I just think it is the perfect red. I think I mentioned last week how I'm not really a red person. It's just not my favorite color, but I really, really love this shade of red, and I think it is really beautiful for this time of year. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I think it turned out super cute. I'm going to be making at least one more sample before the pattern releases, because I want to have another color sweater in the pattern itself, because this one, you can wear red any time of the year, of course, especially if you are like an Alabama football team fan or anything like that. It's a great color, but I want to have like a gray or a light blue, something a little bit more neutral, for pattern sample purposes as well, and for my own wardrobe, because I won't wear this one year round, most likely, but I would love to have like a gray or a light pink. I think would be so pretty. So anyway, I'll have to pick out another color. I have some denim, Crochet Brava Bulky in the color denim in my stash. Maybe I will use that. I think that'll be really pretty. Anyway, we'll see. But all of that to say, I love, love, love this sweater, and I'm super excited to release it. I'll try to stand up so that I can show you the length. It is a really, really comfy and cute length. It's about, well, here's my hip, so it's past my hip, not quite past my bottom though in the back. I just really like it. I'm wearing an undershirt under it right now, so it's perfect. It's not gonna, there's a lot of positive ease, so I think it's really important to keep that in mind when you're wearing an undergarment, because, it's really easy for it to fly up, which would not be that awesome. So, anyway, I love it so much. I'm really happy that it is now complete. This is also, when I was sick last weekend, and I don't know about you guys, but when I am sick, there has literally not been a sickness that I have had, that I can remember, that I have been able to knit or crochet doing it, because it just makes me dizzy, and like whatever headache I have worse, because there's always a headache associated with everything in my life. But anyway, this was the first thing that I was able to work on. On Saturday, I didn't do anything. I just couldn't. Sunday, I felt a lot better, and so I sat on the couch and crocheted the entire second sleeve of this sweater, and it was absolutely amazing and exactly what I needed at the time. So anyway, I love it. Super happy to wear it this season. Super cozy. Anyway, moving along to my next finished object, now that we've talked about that for 4 minutes. Oh well, hopefully it was interesting enough. I love it. I'm very excited about it. Okay, my next finished object is another design, and this one is released. It just released, and I am really excited about this beanie and everything it represents and everything it is going to start. So, this is the poinsettia beanie. Here's what it looks like up close. So it features this super easy and cute lace pattern that I designed. I love this stitch pattern, and I cannot wait for you guys to try it out. It is super simple and beginner friendly, so if you are interested in trying lace or something like lace and you are intimidated by it, first of all, don't be. There is a learning curve with every new thing we try, but you can do it. You can. But this is a great beginner friendly pattern. The only stitches that you need to know for this entire beanie is the knit stitch and the purl stitch. You'll also be doing yarn overs, and then the secret stitch, or the stitch that kind of completes this pattern, is a knit 3 together. So it's a little bit unique, but it's literally the exact same thing as a knit 2 together, which is the most simple decrease. You just add another stitch to that. So it's really fun. I absolutely love making this sample, and I am so excited about how the design turned out, and I hope that you guys love it too. It actually just released today, the day that I'm recording this, so thank you so much for the love for it already. But yeah, I absolutely love this design. So, I named it the Poinsettia Beanie, and this is a collection that I am hoping to slowly grow over the next, few years, honestly. I already have a few ideas on the next patterns that I want to release in this collection, and I'm hoping to release, one Poinsettia pattern every December for the next whole bunch of years, honestly, is really my hope. So, yeah, I've kind of found a whole new appreciation for poinsettias this year, and I talked about that last week in the devotion segment of the podcast, in episode 83, if you missed that. But I really love this beanie, and I hope that you guys do too. So, really quickly, the yarn that I used is a Knit Picks Muse in the colorway Focus Tonal, and I have raved about Muse before. I absolutely love that yarn. You'll need just one ball for this pattern, no matter what size that you're making. It's a little bit less slouchy than some of my other beanie patterns, so that is why only one ball is required. Another yarn that I think would be really beautiful is, of course, this exact color. This Brava Bulky is a little bit heavier than Muse, but Brava Worsted would work really well too. So you could use the colorway Wine. Brava Worsted, I think, would be a really amazing and slightly cheaper option for this beanie if you want to knit it yourself. Of course, you could totally make this beanie in whatever color you want. Don't feel obligated to make it in red just because it's called the Poinsettia Beanie, of course. That's just what inspired the design, I guess. But I love it. I'm very excited about this design. I'm so grateful for y'all, and I'm so grateful to be able to design patterns like I do. It brings such joy. Okay, 2 more finished objects to share, and they are infinitely different than the 2 things that I have just shown, but I am like super obsessed with both of them. So, like I mentioned, I am working hard on Christmas gifts. I waited way too long. I think I quite possibly broke a record in terms of how long I waited to do gifts this year. I didn't know what to do for a while, and I have managed a lot this year, and so I just flat out didn't have the time for it. But now funny story about school, I was done, and now I have one more thing that I have to do, which is a long story in and of itself. But aside from that, I am almost on full Christmas break, minus some business stuff here and there, but I have had time to focus on Christmas gifts this past week, and I'm very excited about that. Making things for other people is one of my absolute favorite things to do. It is the best way I know how to just show that I love for and care about somebody else, is to make them something, because, you know, I can think about that person the entire time I'm making that object. A lot of time goes into it, and I think time is really, really valuable, and it's something that can be taken advantage of easily, but you know, the time that I put into something matters, and the time that you put into something matters, and I think that making something for somebody else is the best way to show that. So, kind of a little tangent there, but that is how I feel about making things for other people. But anyway, all of that to say, I have finished 2 more things, and I'm hoping that my brothers are not going to watch this episode, because sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. So, boys, if you are watching this, turn it off. But this is why I made them for Christmas. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one is for my younger brother. I have 2 17 and 15-year-old, which I know it's silly to make my teenage brothers stuffed animals, but they're just gonna like sit on their shelves. It's gonna be super cute and totally fine. So, and they're gonna love them anyway, which is the entire point, right? So this is a sloth. Both of these patterns are from the Loopy Lamb. If you are looking for amigurumi patterns, faux fur patterns, I highly recommend her blog. Like, she writes the patterns so clearly. She has PDFs available, but they are also free on her blog, which is the version that I used, but, you know, PDF is also amazing. So anyway, I made this sloth, which is ridiculously cute. It's like super floppy, and I love that. It's kind of the look I was going for. And it's, oh my goodness, it's just so cute. It's so cute. And the little details on the eyes is like everything, those little patches. Anyway, it's absolutely adorable, and I love it. I cannot wait to give these to them. So anyway, that is the sloth. And then I also made the koala. And I think it might be my favorite. You guys, look at how big his ears are and how tiny his legs and arms are. Oh my gosh. I also really love that he's this blue color in the faux fur. I think it's really cute. I was really hesitant to do it because I had some gray in my stash too, and it just seemed applicable as well, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to definitely use a different color than Caleb's, so that they would be different, I guess. I mean, they're all different animals, but anyway, I just wanted to do something a little bit different, and I think it turned out super duper cute. So yeah, I'm obsessed with both of these. I am now done with amigurumis, so that's kind of exciting. I'll be honest and say they aren't my favorite thing to make. That's why I do not have many amigurumi designs myself at all, because they're not my favorite thing to make at all. But I fully enjoyed making those. They were so fun, and I will definitely be making some more. She has a flamingo pattern. Or I know I've seen one. I'm not sure if it's by her, now that I'm thinking about it. But I am obsessed with that pattern, and flamingos are my favorite. So I will definitely be making that soon. And then my sister is also going to need one eventually. So anyway, I have something else planned for her this Christmas, so I'm not going to make it right now. But yeah, that will definitely be happening in the future. So I'm super excited about those. I'm having a blast making gifts. It has been so much fun just planning them all with all of those people in mind. And I'm working on quite a few, and in the process of planning quite a few. I'm trying to focus on one thing at a time and just get it done. But anyway, that is it for finished objects. I do have a couple of works in progress to share, so let's go ahead and jump into that. Alrighty, a little side note here. I am trying my absolute hardest not to sniffle or cough or anything like that on the camera, so I apologize if it happens. But yeah, definitely still working away from all of those super fun things, so I apologize for that. But my first work in progress is my advent blanket. Now, I have gotten behind on this project the past few days. Like I mentioned, I couldn't crochet much at all over the weekend. And then this week I worked a ton, and I have been focusing on gifts. But I will definitely be catching up on this over the next few days. We're going on a trip, and I'm going to take it. And it is going to be a perfect mindless thing to work on in the hotel room. But here is what I have done so far. So I'm currently on day 11, and I have done like this is literally, this right here, I think is all the crocheting I did on Saturday, I think. Like, it was just so little, because I quickly figured out that I just could not handle it that day. But anyway, so this has not grown much since I last filmed at all, I don't think. In fact, it's possible it hasn't even grown at all. I don't remember, because I think I filmed last Friday, which was day 10. But anyway, point being, here's what it looks like so far. I have 2 more colors to do, and then I will start decreasing. And I have all of those colors in my bag, so I will show those in a second. But I am absolutely loving this project. Like I said, I'm a little bit behind, which was obviously not my goal. I wanted to do it every single day, but that just had to not happen for a few days. But I love this thing so much. It is going to be the best memory blanket. I love, like, Eden put just such thought and care into all of these little packages every day, and I am so grateful to her for that. And I hope she feels the same way about the one that I sent her, because, anyway, it's just so fun to be able to have a little project to work on every single day in such a special time of the year and such a special month. And December is crazy for so many reasons, and I think it's really awesome to be able to have a project like this to, think about each and every day, because so much happens in this month. It's like the first couple of weeks are incredibly busy finishing up school or work or whatever you might be doing, and then the last couple of weeks are generally really slow and beautiful, and celebrating the Christmas season or the holiday season or whatever you and your family celebrate. But anyway, I think it's a really special month, so I'm excited to have this blanket to kind of commemorate that. Now, like I said, I have opened every day. I just have not used every single day yet. I did take the time this morning to wind them all up so that they are ready to go. I'm going to talk about this in the life update section, but like I mentioned before, and how I will continue to mention, because I'm so sticking excited about it. We're going out of town this weekend, me and my mom, only, over the moon excited about it. But I have caked all of these up so that they are ready to go, and I don't have to worry about winding any at the hotel, because I don't really like to wind them without my Swift and while I do. It just gets tangled every single time. But anyways, I have the next 4 days lined up. So this is day 11. This is the one that I am currently using. And I love this color so much. And then this one is day 12, which is really beautiful. It's kind of autumnal, which I think is really fun. It's like the perfect kind of rusty pumpkin color, which I absolutely love this color. And then, let me remember. Okay, this one is day 13. My ball winder is struggling yet again, so I apologize for the messiness of these cakes, but this one is day, I just said it a second ago, 13. And I think it's really beautiful. It actually reminds me of this time of year, just the green for like a Christmas tree, or pine trees, and the brown and the white. I think it's really beautiful. So that's day 13. Day 14 was this one, which is one of my favorites so far. It's like a really pretty purpley color, but more gray than purple. But the purple still shines through. I think it's beautiful. I really enjoy this color, and I'm excited to use it. I think it's going to be amazing. And then yesterday's was this one, and I actually have today's too somewhere, because I already opened it. I don't know if it's in this bag or not, though. I don't see it. It might have fallen on the floor over there. It probably did, given my luck, but it's a black color, so it's okay that I'm not showing it, because you would not be able to see it well anyway. Anyway, this was yesterday's, and I think this one is so fun. It's mostly pink, and then it has speckles of black, or maybe a really dark blue, and then green, There's a little bit of lighter blue in there. It is so beautiful. And this one also, this day also came with a Christmas tree progress keeper. That is the most beautiful thing ever. So I will show that. I think I might have left it on my desk, but I will show that next episode. I'm sure I'll have it on a project by that point anyway. So yes, I am loving this project. It's been so fun to work on, and I can't wait to get caught back up and then work on it every single day next week and then finish it. I can't believe it's going to be done soon, but that is so exciting. Also, really quickly, I am using the quarter to quarter granny square technique. I am using the instructions from the Fiberflux blog, if you're curious, and a 4.5mm crochet hook. And I love the gauge that I'm getting. It's amazing. I'm having a lot of fun working on the project, if you can't tell. Okay, my next work in progress, this is actually going to be the one and only time you see this, because this episode will air on the 21st, which is my niece's birthday. So I will be giving these to her then. I am obviously glad that I'm not giving them to her now, because they're not done yet. But I am making her a pair of socks. So these are going to be her first pair of hand knit socks, and I am so excited. Like, I could not be more excited to give these to her. I have always wanted to knit socks for other people. Like, I've always wanted to knit socks, period. And then I knew as soon as I learned to knit socks, I would want to do it for other people. So everybody in my family has a pair of hand knit socks. And now I am going to be slowly, venturing out to other people, and I am just super excited about that. So I am making some for her. Here's what the first sock looks like. I have to knit the heel, the afterthought heel. But other than that, this first one is done. So here's what the yarn looks like. I'm using Knit Picks Stroll hand painted, I believe, in the colorway Sachet. And it's really beautiful. It just reminded me of her from the beginning, and it is so pretty. And I think she's going to love them. I'm so excited to give these to her. So I am doing the same size for her that I do for myself. We are very similar size. I get my height from my mom's side of the family. But she, her feet are just similar to mine. So I'm doing the same exact stitch count, which is 56 stitches. I did do a stretchier cast on for her than I do for myself. Just because I thought she would enjoy that. I like my socks fitting snugly up at the top of my leg, and I don't think she likes that as much. So anyway, I just did a little bit of a stretchy cast on. I think it'll be perfect. And then she also wears a shoe size bigger than mine. I think one size bigger. So I added about 10 rows to the foot. So yeah, that's about it. They're awesome. I'm really looking forward to giving these to her. I think it'll be a sweet little gift, and that she'll love them. I'm really excited about it. So yeah, one thing I will mention, it's always important to keep this in mind. Hand knit socks are most likely slicker than store-bought socks. So if you are giving them to somebody, who is either like much younger or much older, I shouldn't say much, just older. It's important to keep that in mind. So like my grandparents wear shoes like Crocs in the house. So, I'm not worried about that for them, but I just encourage you to keep that in mind. Like and even obviously for yourself, but because you're knitting socks for yourself all the time, you probably don't even think about that. So anyway, if you're gifting socks this season, I just encourage you to make sure they know that they're going to be slippy, or it can be a very rude awakening if you were to go from carpet to hardwood in hand knit socks. So I have experienced before. It doesn't hurt me to fall, but I would hate for somebody else to get hurt wearing hand knit socks. Like, that would be devastating. So anyway, just encourage you to keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm very excited to give these to her. They also are folding so nicely. Look at that. My stitches were so even in this pair, which makes me very happy. So anyway, that is the only other work in progress that I have to show today. I came to a little stop. Well, it's not the right word. I finished my brother's koala last night, and so I haven't started another gift yet. But I have like a pile over here ready to get going. So I will have much more to share next week for sure. Now I do have one design that I wanted to talk about. So let's go ahead and hop into that. Alrighty, so the only design that I wanted to talk about this week is my sweater, my bulky weight sweater. So this is hopefully going to be my second Christmas sweater. It's not done yet, and it is December 16th right now. Anyway, obviously I have a long way to go on this, but I did meet my goal this week of finishing the body, which is a huge accomplishment, and now I'm ready for the sleeves, which is my favorite part. I'm so excited to be at the sleeves. That being said, as a designer, it's not my absolute favorite part because there's a lot of math that goes into these sleeves, but I am excited to do that later today, and then get these started because this is such a comfy sweater. I tried it on today after I finished seaming the shoulders, which I'm very proud of my seaming. I must admit, I really love the way that it looks, and it fits perfectly. I'm obsessed with the fit of this sweater. I love it so much. One thing I will note, the neck is a little bit small. For me, I can fit it over my head, and I love the way that it fits, but I will be making the neck a little bit bigger for, like, moving forward. Like, I'll be making a second sample of this, I'm sure, for myself. So the neckline is going to be a little bit bigger than this one because, well, it's okay for me. I don't want to design a pattern and release it knowing that it's going to be a little bit tricky to get the sweater on over your head, and I just don't want that to be an issue. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, and it's going to be totally fine. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I guess it won't be as small as this exact sample, but the body is done. Like I said, I love it. It fits perfectly. It is so cozy. I am very excited to finish it and wear it. I'm really hoping to finish the sleeves soon so that I can wear it over the Christmas season. Yeah, anyway, I was hoping to have it done already, but it's totally okay. It'll be done, and I can wear green year round, but it doesn't really matter. So, anyway, really quickly, the yarn that I am using is Barocco Comfort, just a dark green. I think it's a number, not a name, yeah, number 9743, if that is helpful for you at all. But yeah, I love this yarn. I'm very excited to have a full sweater in it, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it holds up. It's a really good blend. It's 50% superfine nylon, 50% superfine acrylic. So I really like that blend, and I'm excited to see how it holds up. I mean, there was like no wear or pilling at all, even just being thrown into a project bag so many times, which I think is already saying a lot. So I am very much excited to wear this sweater. Alrighty, super short design segment this week, but that is about it. I'm working on a couple things behind the scenes, but I don't want to show them just yet because I want to keep it a secret. But yeah, that's about it. So that's it for all of the knit and crochet content for this episode. I do have a little devotion and life update that I would love to share with you guys, so I hope that you stay tuned for that. So, as I've mentioned multiple times throughout the past few months, I'm currently going through the New Testament. I started it months ago, and I've just been averaging about a chapter a day. And I just got into 1 Corinthians yesterday, so I finished up Romans, and I started Romans with somebody else and ended it on my own, which was kind of sad, but I still got so much out of it, of course, and I think it was a really beautiful book, and I'm so excited to have read it again. And now I am in 1 Corinthians, and I love 1 and 2 Corinthians, so I'm really looking forward to diving into them again. But there is a couple of verses in particular that I wanted to share with you guys today and talk about them a little bit because they just really stuck out to me this time, and I wanted to share that for you. So I'm going to be reading out of my Bible, so apologies for looking down. But starting in 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 6, it says, God thus confirming our testimony about Christ among you. Therefore you do not lack any spiritual gift as you eagerly wait for our Lord Jesus to be revealed. That's such a beautiful verse. And I think it can be taken and used in many different contexts. And I think that that's really beautiful. In one way, you could look back to the Old Testament when Jesus had not come yet, but how many times he was prophesied about, and then just how exciting it is that he is here. And especially this time of year, we are called to celebrate Jesus Christ's birth every single day of the year, every single day to the fullest extent. But on Christmas, we as Christians specifically celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, and just remember that season and, you know, sing songs about it and just appreciate it a little bit more. I think at least that is my goal through Christmas. But looking at this verse and realizing how beautiful it is that he has been revealed to us once before, and we can, you know, glean new things from that every single day, but how he's going to be revealed to us again when he comes back. And I think that that's kind of what Paul means here. It's a little bit hard to understand, I'm not going to lie. You know, it says, as you eagerly wait for the Lord Jesus Christ to be revealed. And so, you know, like I said, there's many different ways that you can take that. But the way that I have taken it is look back to the Old Testament when he hasn't come yet. And now look at the New Testament and how he has come, but how we can continually see things that will reveal through him. And I think that that is so, so beautiful. And it just makes me excited to celebrate him every single day. So anyway, and then there's another verse, just another verse down, 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 9. And it says, God is faithful who has called you into fellowship with his Son, Jesus Christ our Lord. And that also stuck out to me. First of all, the first half of that, God is faithful, that alone is one of the most powerful statements that we can say, and one of the most powerful things that we can realize. It's also really hard to remember, you know, no matter what you might be going through, whether it's a really good thing or a really hard thing, it can be hard to remember that he's always faithful and that he's always with you when something seems really difficult or when you don't understand what he's doing. I myself have been in a season with that the past couple of weeks. And so I just want to encourage you that no matter what you are going through, he is faithful and he's there. And then the second half of that, who has called you into fellowship with his Son, Jesus Christ our Lord. When Jesus Christ died on the cross, we were given the opportunity to have a personal relationship with the Father. And the fact that we can have that fellowship every single day is mind-boggling. And while there's always going to be trials and hardships that we face, I encourage you to bask in the beauty that we're going through it all with him, and that we're not alone and we're not designed to be alone. And I think once we realize that, and not only realize it, but live like it, it can really be a game changer. So I hope that was encouraging for you today. I love this time of year, and I am very excited to be in it once again, and I feel like I can glean more from it and understand more what it actually means every single year, and I think it's really beautiful. So anyway, in terms of a little bit of a life update, like I said, I was sick this past weekend, so that was not fun, but it is now said and done. I'm recovering for the most part, so I am very, very thankful for that. I am also infinitely grateful for the fact that it happened last weekend and not this weekend, because we're going out of town, because that would have been my luck for about the third time that has happened. Oh man, I could talk for hours about how frustrating that has been, but we are going out of town this weekend, and I am so excited about it. I've looked forward to this weekend for a while, and it is almost here. And yeah, I am very, very excited about it. And then next week is Christmas, and I seriously cannot believe it. So it's the end of next week. It's next Saturday, which is crazy and kind of weird to me that it's on Saturday. I don't know. I feel like it's not on the same day every year, obviously. It's just on the 25th, but I don't know. It's weird for it to be on a Saturday, I guess, but I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a fabulous day. It's going to be a really good week. We're going to do lots of Christmas baking and decorate cookies and put up out trees, finally. Yeah, it's going to be the best. So, I am mostly off school. I finished everything last week, but then one of my professors decided to put up another quiz. So, anyway, I have that to do later today, and just to make sure that I really do have every single thing done. But I'm very excited to have another semester completed. I have 2 more to go before I graduate, which is absolutely crazy. I cannot believe I'm that close to being done, but it's thrilling. To be quite honest, I'm excited about it. So, anyway, I hope you have an absolutely amazing week. Like I said, this will be the last episode before Christmas, so I hope that you have an absolutely amazing Christmas day if you celebrate, or just a wonderful weekend with your family if you decide not to celebrate. Yeah, I am so, so grateful for each and every one of you, and I am so thankful that you are here You have a wonderful week full of lots and lots of making of multiple kinds. Baking, knitting, anything and everything. I hope you have a blast doing it. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you all again soon. Until then, happy making. Bye.